With the Bella Twins mocking Chyna in a resurfaced video and John Cena saying WWE does not need him. This is Wrestling Hub. My name is John and you're watching the Wrestling Report for June 27th. Before we get into the rest of the video, make sure you subscribe to Wrestling Hub and turn on all notifications to stay up to date with everything in the world of pro wrestling. While many fans of AEW see MJF as a future world champion, he's got his hands full with Sammy Guevara. As Dave Meltzer said, the Inner Circle member should defeat the head of the Pinnacle. That match is really important and Sammy should win because MJF's only lost one match in the entire time in the company, and he's not getting a title shot probably with Omega as champion, so that's months and months. It's time for MJF to lose, so it's time for Sammy to get that win. With it not looking like MJF will face Omega for the world title, who would you like to see him face for the belt? Speaking to Sports Grind Entertainment, AEW's women's champion Britt Baker called out those that do not like the women's division. Some people just like to watch the world burn. There's some that are just never going to be satisfied. It doesn't matter what we do. The match that I had with Thunder Rosa, we put everything we had out there. With the women's eliminator tournament, we have so much to look forward to. We have so many talented females on our roster, myself, Hikaru Shida, Ty Conti, Red Velvet, Jade, Thunder Rosa, Anna Jay. It's not something you can just turn a blind eye to anymore. We've improved so much, we're putting out great content, so at some point you have to really look at yourself in the mirror and say, do you not like the women's division, or do you just not want yourself to like the women's division? With the recent wave of WWE releases, 205 Live star Ariya Daivari found himself let go as he has now reacted, writing, "I was a professional wrestler for 10 years before WWE. In 90 days, we get back to work. There is so much new talent I've seen unfold over the last 5 years, I cannot wait to wrestle. I never once took my eyes off the wrestling scene. I always try to watch as much as I can and keep tabs on the different companies. All these guys and girls are doing innovative things. It's amazing to see. I'm ready to share everything I've learned in WWE to help better this industry I love so much. The talent out there has become so good. The wrestling promotions are thriving everywhere. It's an exciting time for fans and the wrestlers. WWE gave me a wealth of knowledge from some of the best minds in the business. Let's keep moving this industry forward. For future seminar signings and bookings, please contact me at davaribookings@gmail.com. Following the blood and guts match between the Pinnacle and the Inner Circle, many were left talking about Chris Jericho's fall from the top of the cage, not because of the danger he appeared to be in, but because of how soft the impact was. On a Saturday night special, Jericho touched on WWE superstars that made fun of him, saying, "So people laugh at that sort of stuff, but there's no reason to, because this is the real deal and it can happen at any time. Best of luck to anybody in our business, and anybody that bags on somebody who's taking a chance and putting their bodies on the line can really buzz off, especially people in the business." I could say some names. There's a couple of chicks in WWE who said some stuff and they should probably not have said that. They probably weren't trained any better, and in 6 months they'll probably be asking us for a job anyways, and I'll remember that, so we'll leave it at that. When Inside the Ropes asked about younger wrestlers that could get to the main event level, Eric Bischoff stated that Matt Riddle will definitely get there. As far as some of the younger talent or newer talent that are coming up who I think could be main event quality, I love Matt Riddle. I just love him. Not only do I like his character because this character isn't that unique. I mean, he does that character uniquely well, but we've seen that type of character in other forms of entertainment. So what's that like? Something we've never seen before. He's got that, what was that character from that movie? It was kind of like a burnt out skateboarder, but we've seen that type of character in other forms of entertainment. Matt does it so well. That's what makes it unique. Izzy does it so well and it's so believable. With the odd pairing of Orton and Riddle sure to come to an end eventually, this should serve as a stepping stone for Matt Riddle towards superstardom. Speaking of main events, Charlotte Flair talked with Ro Collins about the evolution of women's wrestling in WWE, saying no one says that was a great women's match. No, it was just a great match. We're equals all around. The women right now have put so much time and effort into the style, the character, talking pieces from the past, growing with the future, and laying it all out there and having the mindset that just because it's female, it's any less. We're storytellers and that's what we do. That's why everyone is talking about it. There is no difference, man or woman. Anyone can be the main event, and if we are the main event, no one is going, oh my gosh, women are the main event. We've normalized it. Now, Flair is set to face Rhea Ripley for the Raw Women's Belt at Money in the Bank, much to the chagrin of fans. Following AEW Dynamite, Eddie Kingston cut an awesome promo throwing shade at WWE, saying the competition sometimes doesn't want to hear their fans. I guess I'm burning another bridge. Surprise. Ladies and gentlemen, AEW cares about their fans because we're not just here to get ourselves a paycheck. We're here every week with you guys and we bust our butts because we love professional wrestling. He would go on to praise the match between Kenny Omega and Jungle Boy, adding, you will not see that on the other channel. You will not see legends who are respected on the other channel. With Wrestle Talk, former WWE star Tucker recalled asking about the hacker angle from SmackDown, as the hacker was getting involved in the storyline between Otis and Mandy Rose. I don't know who the hacker was supposed to be or what that wasn't really part of our story until it became part of our story, and it was like, hey, this is how we're going to present this information. Don't worry about it, whatever, basically. This is how it's going to be presented, and this is how it's going to work for you guys. And outside of that, you don't really need to worry about it. The mystery hacker never amounted to anything as it was dropped when Mustafa Ali went to Raw. With the word getting out that WWE is looking to hire comedy writers, Vince McMahon has now been spotted at a Dave Chappelle comedy show where he was pictured backstage with comedian Donnell Rawlings. Whether McMahon is looking for inspiration or for creative members is unknown. WWE recently fired a writer they had just hired in Kenise Mobley, as she was let go when her comments on a podcast became public, as she admitted to having no experience in wrestling and not knowing anything about it, but still getting the job.
A man or a woman. So.
Exactly.
And I totally agree. It's Chyna, and Chyna, to say she is butch, I hate to say that, but her vagina has a penis. So
An old video clip from Joan Rivers' show on the E! Network is resurfaced as the Bella Twins are a guest and looking at a picture of Chyna, saying they don't know if it's a man or woman. This has led to backlash from fans that had not seen this video prior. When it comes to a WWE comeback, John Cena told Complex News that the company doesn't really need him. I relate a lot of things to WWE, and this one falls directly in that line. What was it like to join WWE locker room? WWE is already a global phenomenon with or without John Cena, and that's proven before I got there, and certainly now that I'm not there anymore and they're still thriving. They don't need me, but it's such an honor and a privilege to walk in that locker room and be able to get out and perform. Despite this, Cena's return will likely come next month when fans are back in attendance. And this was your Pro Wrestling News Update. I hope you're all having a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later.